Hello. Welcome everyone to this live stream where we have Gukesh playing against the world's best players. It's time for Norway Blitz and the first game is already underway. Gukesh is playing against Fabiano Caruana. He's down to 42 seconds and he's taken on f5. His f3 pawn is slightly weak because of the rook looking here, but it is defended by his knight. Can he move in with rook to c7? But h3 check is a very irritating move. This is a tough position for Gukesh. We are straight into the action, guys. A warm welcome to everyone in the chat, guys. How are you doing? I hope all is well. It is going to be a very exciting stream. So, hello, late OP guys, thoda late ho gaya, but now it's going to be fun because Gukesh today plays against Anish Giri, Magnus Carlsen, Wesley So, Hikaru Nakamura, Alireza Firuzha. Oh, maza hi aa jayega. And queen takes f5 taken. Gukesh now, what did he play? He's down to 46 seconds and he's thinking about his move. Hello, Priyanka, Incognito, Aditya, Tripat, Aikansh, Ramya, all of you, welcome. Rook c7 played. Oh, he did play rook c7. Then the bishop came to g5. Okay. Gukesh went rook f1, very solid. Rook c8. And now after rook takes c8, Fabiano Caruana is thinking, because if he takes here on c8, is there any issue? Yes, there is, guys. Knight jumps to e4, and how Gukesh has smartly defended his f3 pawn with his rook and will be looking to create a fork here on d6. Okay, very interesting. Caruana down to 38 seconds. Happy birthday to Gukesh. He's 17 years old only, guys. He's 17 years old. This is a Blitz event. Remember, this is a Blitz event. But the main tournament is classical chess. But the Blitz tournament often decides who's going to get more whites and more blacks, because there are 10 players, there will be 9 rounds. Rook c8, and what is Fabiano doing? He is thinking, well, I don't think this clock is very accurate. Classical starts tomorrow, correct? No, the thing is, guys, today's Gukesh's 17th birthday, and everything, all softwares are 17% off in our ChessBase India shop. So in case you want to go, the link is in the description if you want to go and check it out. But rook takes c8, come on, what is happening to this game? Rook takes c8 played, he went knight e4, then the bishop came in, queen takes, he went knight f6, Gukesh chopped the pawn, he's like, here's a fork to you, check to the king. Rook f2, not a great move. King g1 had to be preferred. He went rook f2. He takes. King takes. And oh, blunders the queen. Resigns. Because he had to take with the queen here at the very least. And after queen takes f2, h3, check, king f1, queen b1 check. Black was in the driver's seat, but he played just king f2 and knight g4 came in. And the problem is not that you're losing the queen, because you are also losing the queen. The issue is that after take here, you take this, he'll take back the knight, and then he'll be a piece up. And that's the reason why Gukesh starts off with a loss here. And let's have a look at Anish Giri versus Magnus Carlsen, because this is an interesting battle that's also happening in the first round. Anish has a small edge because he has these two knights beautifully placed and also more space in the center. Yeah, Manasvi Mishra. Guru Dinesh says, why don't you give offers on Vishy's birthday like 53%? Yes, maybe we should. Okay, Gukesh's birthday didn't start off so well. He started off with a loss. I must see if there's any other website where the games are coming on time, because on Lichess it is coming pretty slow. Like it's taking more time than I would have imagined it to be, like for one move. I don't know if you guys can also help me in this. If there's any other chess 24, yeah, is it coming on time there? Chess 24. Maybe we can have a look at there as well and then analyze here and something like that. Let me just get that. Because on Lee Chess there is a lag. The games are getting updated after a while. Okay, let me go here. Chess 24. Anish is winning. Oh no, 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 no. Come on, come on, come on. I need to start. Oh my god, look at this position we have on the board. Anish Giri is beating Magnus Carlsen in game number 1. King f3 here. It's a draw. But I think Magnus might have overpressed. Oh, he's losing the a5 pawn. And this... Oh, why Anish is going king e2 back? Why not just come here? He goes king e2, bishop c5, knight c4, king here. Knight b2. Oh no. Okay, this is really topsy-turvy. Bishop b8. Knight e5 finds the best move. Knight c6, again the best move. a7, again. Winning, 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 winning. King d3 was the best move again. King here. Knight b5, b3, knight c3, king b2. Will he win? Will he win or not? Let's see. Oh, b2. अरे यार मैग्नस कार्लसन हमेशा बच कैसे जाता है? Oh no! Anish Giri drew. Anish drew. How does Magnus Carlsen always wriggle out of the mess? It's just unbelievable. It's just crazy how Magnus does it all the time. All the time. And Anish was just winning there. Okay, 1 second. Isn't this easy? Isn't this position easy to win? Or is it tough? I mean, with seconds, it's always tough. But knight d1. King b4. King up. Or he could... You know, he could have just gone knight e3 here to take this pawn, perhaps. Because if you go king a3, there is king c3. If you go b2, there is knight c4. Okay, little bit of tricks needed. So king here, king back. Knight e3 was the mistake. Here he had to go king here. And then you might think, oh, he's coming here. And then you play knight f2. And you've just controlled everything. Oh. b2, king takes. King here, knight h3, king here, king here, king here, king here, king here, king here, take and take. That's how you win. That's how you would have won. Ha! Magnus Carlsen always sort of getting away with this, and he starts off with a draw. We are also going to show you the standings. And I'm also going to get everything prepared for the next round, because I think there won't be big gaps between the round. But guys, a warm welcome to everyone who's following this. It's been quite some long time since I have commentated with all the energy that I have. Anish came out of jaws of win and managed to draw with the help of God, says Vaibhav Singh. Vaibhav Singh, not a good joke. Not a good joke. No, but seriously, Anish was there. He was there. Okay, anyway, we'll also look at the standings, and so that you know what is happening. This is a 9-round event, Blitz, and the main idea of this Blitz event is that all those who finish in top 5 will get more whites, and all those who finish in bottom 5 will get more blacks. Kiran King says, Sagar sir, missing you sir. Well, I'm here. How can you miss me when I'm here? You can miss me when I'm not here. But then if you miss me when I'm here, then maybe I have to go away. And then you can stop missing me. Okay, let's have a look at the standings. Oh, Ali Reza Firuza is going to be like on full fire, yeah, here. क्या ही टूर्नामेंट है ना ब्लिट्स का, मतलब you have Firuza, Nakamura, and all of them playing here, like all the big guns of the chess world. So here we go. I have set up everything very well without you guys even seeing anything, because I have now new skills that I'm using of studio mode. So there you have the standings. Thanks to Chess24, we have these standings that are here on their website. Ali Reza Firuza on 1 point. Fabiano Caruana beat Gukesh. So whom did Ali Reza beat? Aryan Tari. Hikaru drew against Wesley. Carlsen drew against Anish, and Mamedyarov drew against Abdusattorov. Gukesh and Aryan Tari on 0 points. Abdusattorov and Hikaru start off with slow draws against Mamedyarov, and so ready to see Gukesh bounce back. Yes, for sure. It is going to be exciting. Very, very exciting. Sagar sir, why is Blitz tournament played here at the start of the classical? I told you, right? The main idea is to figure out, let's say when you have 10 players, what happens in, there are 9 rounds. So someone will get 5 whites, someone will get 4 whites. And having 5 whites in 9 classical games is a big advantage. Many of the tournaments, what they do is they just draw the lots. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whoever gets these get more whites, and whoever gets 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 get less whites. But I think a very logical way of doing it is to play a Blitz tournament, fight it out, and then see who will get it. But yeah, so that's the reason why they have taken this approach. Let me go to the game between, yeah, I have this game between Ali Reza Firuza and Aryan Tari, and see how Ali Reza managed to win. Vaibhav says, Sagar bhai, लेकिन Blitz tournament में 5 whites के लिए bullet होना चाहिए. Nice. Gukesh versus Carlsen up next. What amazing. Okay, we are not going to miss even a second of it. Okay, firstly, Ali Reza Firuza goes for this opening with knight c3, bishop f4. Does anyone know what is this opening called? Yes, Arka is right. I remember Vishy playing magnificently here. Hope he plays more tourneys. True. That's true. I also would love that. It's Jobawa London. Exactly. And so h4, h5, knight f3 castles. He goes knight e5, typical way of playing. And you also then go like queen d2 and long castle. I have a wonderful video with Daniel Naroditsky discussing the Jobawa London, so you can check it out on the channel. a6, rook c1. Oh, what is rook c1? Maybe he wanted to long castle and he touched his rook first. Take. So this is a terrible position for Firuza. But okay, knight d5, rook e8. Aryan Tari is playing brilliant chess. e5. How did he lose? He's better here. f6 would have been a nice move, but he went here. Knight e3, take, rook d6, d5, knight b6, bishop f4, bishop e5. Still a good position for black, clearly. I mean, you can even win a pawn right here. Or is Ali Reza threatening some tricky stuff? Knight c4. It's tricky, Ali Reza. So tricky. Here you can't go knight c4 because I can take the pawn with either of the rooks. But if you go, if you take here, then here, that is the So bishop e6, f4, rook e4, bishop f3, rook f4, king e2, bishop d7. Has the game begun? Next match started. What? No, guys. Not yet. Or has it? Once again. One second. Oh, it started. It started. Okay, let's not waste. Okay, Gukesh is white. Oh, they are so quick to start the games. Okay. b3 खेला Magnus. Okay, e5, bishop b2, knight c6, c4. Gukesh plays d5. अरे मजा ही मजा. Queen in the center. Knight c3 attacks the queen. I think Gukesh has already played this once against Magnus, and it's in his free video course of attack like a super GM. He long castles. Okay, great. He long castles. Now, bishop e2 played by Magnus. Gukesh goes f5, low. Go on the attack against the world's greatest chess player. f5, e4. Okay, what is he going to do? Knight g5. Can you please enable dark mode? Is it possible? I would do it, but I don't know how. Okay, knight g5. Where do you move the queen? You want to move your queen to g6. Maybe here. Maybe to g6. But I don't know where will he play. You can also go to f6. Queen g6. Guys, Magnus Carlsen versus Gukesh. And Gukesh is slightly better because he has the initiative. Queen e5 says Senthil. Senthil, queen e5 also looks interesting. Just that there is this fork. Oh, knight f7. Sorry. Yeah. So, not that. Oh, he goes queen e8. Okay. Interesting. He wants to go with his queen to g6. Or he may want to... Oh, f4. Magnus plays f4. h6. Kick him away, Gukesh. No, don't play queen e5. h6, knight h3 and play g6. You know what? This idea, look at this. g6 maybe with the idea of bishop g7. No, but then there is knight e4. Oh, my rook is hanging. Wait, can't be played. What did he do? He went h6, knight h3, knight f6. Okay, Gukesh's position looking good. Don't trust this bar. This bar is dhokebaz bar, as Niklesh would say. This bar is dhokebaz bar. Don't trust it. By the way, we have the live position here so that you can also get the right evaluation. Gukesh clearly better. Magnus's last move was a3. And what Gukesh can do now is place bishop to e6, put pressure here, put pressure here. You know, in that way, dhokebaz meter. Yes, dhokebaz meter is what Niklesh Jain would say, and very important to not trust it. But I like this move bishop e6 because then d2 is like a terrible... Pawn is like saying to white, you first of all put me on an open file, then you make me a backward pawn by removing all my sathis. One is on e3, there is no pawn on c2. What am I going to do? And so, Gukesh, what is your move? Has Gukesh played his move after a3? Let's go and check. Yes, Gukesh has played, and Gukesh did go bishop e6. Good move by Gukesh. Magnus went b4. Gukesh plays queen d7, attacking the d2 pawn. And then Magnus is thinking he has 1 minute 26 seconds. Gukesh has 1 minute 35 seconds. This is Chess 24 board, guys. And Magnus Carlsen down to 1 minute 6 seconds. Can Gukesh beat Magnus Carlsen here in over the board chess? I think he has never beaten him in over the board chess, guys. Correct me if I'm wrong. He's beaten him in online chess, but never in over the board chess. Himang says Gukesh can very well enter 2700 club with a good run. Oh, Himang, what is his rating? 2629. Yeah. For sure in Blitz. But no, it's not easy now because the K factor is no longer 40. It's only 20, I think, in Blitz. But look at Magnus's time. Is it down to 26 seconds? Is he thinking so much? He did go knight b1. He did play knight b1. And Gukesh was super quick to play knight e7. Bishop to e5, and he's looking at the c7 pawn. Look at this. And Gukesh goes with the other knight. Why did he not go with this knight so that your bishop can open up? I don't know. He plays his other knight here. Bishop c4. Okay, that's fine. And now, how do we... I think we should go rook g8 and then try for g5. Maybe that's... No, he goes what? King a8. Okay, safe move. Side pe nikal liya king ko. It's a safe idea. Very safe. Very good chess. Magnus down to 10 seconds. Gukesh has 1 minute 15 seconds. Is this even correct? Is this time even correct, guys? No, I don't think it's correct. Magnus would not be so low on time. I guess the broadcast is stuck everywhere. Or do you think anywhere it's going on? Magnus lost. Magnus harla. Nahi bhai. Magnus would be there. Magnus... Is there any place where I can follow where the... Oh, no. Look. Moves are back. Wait. So he went rook g8 after we discussed. No, he first went knight c6. Okay. Then he went back. Then rook g8. Knight c3. g5. Ooh. And Magnus was like, quickly, patkan, let's exchange everything. Rook c2. Now d2 is weak. Guys, don't trust the bar. Oh, g4. Knight f2, a5, take, rook a5, a3 is weak. This bar is giving me heart attacks. Bishop g7. Okay, takes. No, now I think Gukesh is... Oh, what a move by Magnus. He wants to come to g3 and attack f5, but Gukesh goes and attacks d2. Knight comes here, attacks f5, but the rook is defending f5. Magnus has 10 seconds, Gukesh has 23 seconds, king b8. What is his plan? He wants to come king c8, king d8, bring his king all the way there. No, he goes knight d8. Knight comes to e6, but where is the knight going? b6, knight c5. Oh, nice. c6, he goes c6 there. King c7. I think Gukesh is better, guys. Gukesh is clearly better. He's clearly pressing for sure. Because now knight c5, a4 pawn under pressure. This is getting very exciting. Magnus down to 7 seconds. Oh, b7 under attack, but rook a4. Rook a4, win the pawn. Take the pawn, Gukesh. Gukesh, it's your birthday. Oh, he went back. Why didn't he take it? Knight d3. Okay, he's like, I don't want. And Magnus goes back. b5, b4, king b6. Look at this, guys. There was a pretty move. b3 here. If you go b3 takes, there is knight c1. Oh, he missed it. Anyway, let's go to the game. Rook a1. And Gukesh has 8 seconds. He goes rook b5. He's still clearly better because the knight on g3 is completely out of the game. Push the c pawn down the board. This pawn can go down the board. But what is happening? Magnus Carlsen has lost on time or not? We have to wait again. Come on, Gukesh is completely winning this. Completely winning. You know, this is like... I don't know. I don't have any words. Just the expression. I want the game. I want the game. Come on. c5, then knight takes f5 is hanging. True, true, true. I think everywhere it stopped. Gukesh is totally winning, guys. Look at this. Gukesh is completely winning. Oh, now moves are back. Moves are back. Wait, let's look at it here. So many moves happened. But now it's equal. Magnus is back again. Magnus Carlsen, what are you? Are you even a human being? Always winning. Always creating problems. Now Gukesh is pawn down. But I think this knight endgame is holdable. Again, Magnus managing to save it. I guess so, but not so sure because h2 can fall and then the g pawn can go ahead. So are the central pawns stronger or are Gukesh's kingside pawns stronger? What is stronger here is the question. King d3, take the pawn on h2. Oh, is Gukesh winning or what? g3, not so sure, guys. Don't be too happy. g2, no, h3. h3, Gukesh winning. Knight g4, check. Oh, he won. He got the queen. What? Magnus can resign now. What? Third umpire decision. What is happening? Guys, Magnus lost. Gukesh's time is 0. Gukesh has a queen on the board. Come on. Fix the live board. Check. And queen e2 check. Oh, he's taken his knight. Wait. Check here. Takes. What is Gukesh doing here? I think just king d7 or king d8 should win. This. No, I think this is winning for Gukesh for sure. The only question is, what happens in general in such tournaments when the live broadcast is going on? Oh, Gukesh won! Guys, Gukesh OP in the chat beats Magnus Carlsen. We are going to see the game carefully. Okay? Now, I know you would all have loved to see a seamless experience here, but what to do? Firstly, we are going to see the game very carefully. From the opening moves, okay? Pehle b3, he plays b3, e5, bishop b2, knight c6, and here Gukesh goes d5. And by the way, this has been played before, and we've covered this in Gukesh's Attack Like a Super GM video course that we made. So this game is there, and now bishop d7, e3, castle. What happens is that this d pawn is weak. So bishop e2, f5. He should have played d4 perhaps here, but okay, anyway. He goes castles, e4, queen e8, f4. And now the d pawn is weak. So he pushes the knight back, brings his king to the side, queen on d7, puts pressure on d2 here. Then he brings his knight to d5. Then he plays knight c6. And here, this should have been around equal, this position. But what happened was, he goes rook c2, g4, brings the knight back, a5. ba, rook a5, rook a1. And now in this position, d2 is weak and a3 is weak. So Gukesh actually played really well this phase of the game, because his f5 pawn is weak, but his rook is always defending it. And this knight maneuver was nice. And here he could have just taken this pawn. I don't know why he did not take it. He went back. And here he got a chance, which was b3. I think this was his chance or not. b3. Then there's rook a3 and then b2. And he would have been winning. But he went here, rook b5, king here, b3. He's totally winning. He's totally winning. Rook takes a6. But somehow he blunders. Knight e2, king a5, knight d4. King b4. What a nice move that would have been. If knight b5, then cb, king c2, then king a3, and then king a2, and then b4, b3. Beautiful. That would have been such a phenomenal end. But he went rook b6, king c2, c5, blunder by Gukesh. Just completely forgetting that the f5 pawn is hanging. Gukesh would have been kicking himself for forgetting that. Because, look, here you can't take. Because if you take, I'm going king b4, king c2, king a3, and then I'm coming here. But the main problem is that after you go rook b6 and here and then c5, now your king even tries to enter here. Your knight is very quick to come back. Knight e4 and then knight here. And then it's... So it all became tough for Gukesh. In fact, Magnus was better now all of a sudden. But Gukesh was like, okay, Magnus, you can also go wrong. Wait. King comes back. And then rooks got traded. And this was equal. But in the end, I think Magnus's key mistake was this move. He should have gone d6, king e6, and now knight d2. And it makes a huge difference because knight d2, h3, knight, if now d6, there is king d8, which is winning somehow. Okay, knight f3, knight g4, and the h pawn queens. Wow. Wow. Magnus actually tried very hard, but Gukesh kept his cool, brought him into a zugzwang and won the game. Amazing, right? Amazing. I think this is the first time ever that an Indian youngster has beaten Magnus over the board. No? Correct, right? Or am I wrong? Over the board, yes. I mean, in Blitz, it has happened. Prag has beaten Magnus over the board? I don't think. Sagar sir, please watch the game from New Chess 24. Where is new? Where to go? Is there a new Chess 24? Prag beat Magnus in person but not over the board. Yes, it was online. So this is the first time. Yes, these games are rated. Does this tournament also have a classical section? Yes, Aditya, of course. Let's look at the standings. So much excitement. Standings are Wesley So 1.5, Mamediaro 1.5, Nakamura 1.5, Anish Giri won against Aryan Tari. Amazing. And then Fabiano 1, Gukesh 1, Alireza 1, Magnus half, Abdusattarov half. By the way, guys, very quick announcement for all those who are here that we are actually having a 17% discount for Gukesh's 17th birthday on all the softwares in the ChessBase India shop. So you can go in and get Gukesh's attack like a super GM, chess base 17, mega database, combo, mega pack, opening encyclopedia, whatever you want, everything there. The link is in the description. The offer will be for another 50 minutes only. Then Gukesh's birthday ends. So while he is busy crushing GMs, you can also decide to improve your prep. No, there's no rapid section. There is only blitz. There will be rapid when games end in draw in classical. Then there's an Armageddon with 10 versus 7. So that's the blitz they have. Okay, game has started, guys. Gukesh now playing against Aryan Tari. And this time Gukesh opens with his favorite Reti. No, Vishy is not playing. We have only these opponents which are there in those pictures above. Okay, by the way, Gukesh plays a very solid setup. He goes like knight f3, then c4, then take, knight c3, bishop e6, d3, bishop e7, bishop d2. Very steady chess, very simple chess. He goes f6 after take. I think Aryan Tari's opening prep is just world class. But his opponents have been putting him under pressure after the opening. Here I think already he is slightly better as black. But he's on 0 out of 2. He's lost both his games. We will look at Hikaru's games also, guys. b5, a3, rook d8, and now this d3 pawn is a weakness for sure, and Gukesh would love to push it to d4, but it's not easy. It's not easy to push it. So then what does he do? He can go rook f d1, bring this rook here, or he can bring his other rook to d1. These are some of the possibilities in the position. Vivan, we are not looking at it on leeches because there is a lag. It's not real time there. That's why we are seeing it here. But also it's not like this is flawless. Kimaya! Member for 19 months, backer of Indian chess. Thank you so much for becoming a member. Gukesh is on 1 out of 2, guys. Knight e1 played by Gukesh, which is not particularly a great move because then bishop takes g2, king takes g2. It does feel a little bit suspect. You know, White's position, rook is disconnected here, knight on e1 is defending d3. It feels like Gukesh is in big trouble. If he manages to wriggle out of this mess, it would be amazing. Rook e8 played. Kankenstein says, Sagar bhai, split screen karke IPL bhi commentate karo. Look, we can commentate chess like IPL. And he's put his rook on e8. The rook comes to d1 and d3 pawn is defended. He plays bishop f8. It's a nice cover drive here. It's a good shot. It seems like the run rate is pretty poor here for the white pieces. They are all cramped up. He needs power play now. e4 needs to be pushed, but then the d4 square is weakened. What to do? The pitch not favoring Gukesh. e4 played. I know what he wants to do. He wants to go bd2, bishop e3. Because you know, queen b3 played nice. Actually, Aryan Tari playing really well. Really well. He plays his queen to b3 and next he wants to play b4. That is his idea. Guys, how many of you are CSK fan? CSK. Because I think Mahendra Singh Dhoni's final game, right? Something like that is happening. Everyone was like, yeah, that's what. Rook b1 is forced, says ET. Maybe. But ET then b4 what? Bishop back. Queen c2. Gukesh is like, let's trade the queens. Okay, that's a good move, by the way, by Gukesh to exchange the queens. It's a very nice move. Got it. Got it. Everyone's a fan. Oh, what b4? Okay, b4 will take. We'll take. Let's take. Or should we not take? No, we should not take. I think it opens up his bishop further. You know, this bishop will get activated further. Why don't we just play bishop d2 here? Oh, rook takes d3 is hanging. Bishop e1. Makes sense. You know, somehow Gukesh is so passive here. He's so passive. If b3, wet pitch is stopping the match. Okay, nice. Nice. No, I have gone for one match in Wankhede once. And I didn't understand why to watch the game from the stadium many times. It's very difficult to actually see. It's only for the atmosphere, right? You don't understand it much. It's better at home. Aditya Narayan says, ask questions like in olden days. Aditya Narayan, and I was asking questions 1 month ago, not olden days. Rook d7, knight e3, rook d8. Now this is hanging on d3, so Gukesh takes, puts his knight on d5. And I think Aryan will sack his rook on d5. Looks very likely. No, he plays a5. And Gukesh goes f4. Suddenly Gukesh's position becoming quite okay. He's getting it back. Knight e7. Take, rook f3. Okay, now black is completely in the driver's seat. He has a queenside majority. d3 pawn is weak. Gukesh has never managed to come out of this, a minus position in this game. Nice move, attacking this. Hey, can we go and chop this pawn? Oh, he does. And then he takes here, and his idea is a3. Oh, rook d2, a3, push, rook f1. Now it's over. Gukesh is losing this. After beating Magnus Carlsen, he might just lose to Aryan Tari. Piece down. Simply piece down. Gukesh is lost here. Mayank Singh says, Sagar, any updates of Samay getting back to streaming which you are aware of and we are not? Not really. Samay is right now very busy with his shows. As you can see from his Instagram stories, he's doing shows all across India. But he has been very keen on coming back to streaming. At some point he had mentioned, but I don't know at which point would it be. Perhaps 1st of July, perhaps later. Gukesh resigns. So that is over. I think he must have lost this game. Hikaru Nakamura and Alireza Firouzja made a very quick draw here. But I really liked how Aryan Tari played, by the way, in the last game. It's a draw. Anish Giri and Wesley So also drew their game with each other. Abdu Sattarov versus Fabiano Caruana and Mamediaro versus Carlsen. Let's look at Magnus's game. Magnus losing once again to Shakhriyar Mamediarov. Oh my goodness. He's just losing one more game. He lost to Shakhriyar Mamediarov. The only game that is going on right now is Nodirbek versus Fabi. Yeah, there are going to be 9 rounds in all today. So we have finished with 3 for now. Gukesh is on 1 out of 3. He lost the first round to Fabi. Then he beat Magnus. Then he lost to Aryan Tari. So it's been a very topsy-turvy start for Gukesh. And by the way, Abdusattorov has just won his game. Maybe it's like Caruana lost on time. So this one, it feels like was a game that went up tops, very topsy-turvy game. But this is how the standings are. Mamedyarov is on 2.5, Wesley So on 2, Hikaru 2, Anish 2, Abdusattorov and Firuza 1.5, Caruana, Tari and Gukesh on 1, Carlsen on last position with half. Who would have imagined? Oh my god. Gukesh plays Wesley So next, says Manasvi. Earthling says, Sagar bhai, what is a good beginner's chess book for 4-year-old? My nephew knows all the rules and loves to play the game. Any recommendation? Chess course for sure. Vivan says these back-to-back games must be so exhausting. Maybe. Carlsen going to win 6 out of 6 now, says Rakshit. Not sure. But you know, this tournament can go either way because in anyone's favor, because everyone's beating everyone. I want to see how Mamedyarov actually managed to beat Magnus Carlsen, because that's always interesting to see how Magnus lost, because he hardly loses. So it was exchange Slav. Take, bishop d6. Okay. Here maybe with short castles, this would be under pressure. Take. Oh, the thing is, this move g4 was such a cool move, because if you take here, my queen just enters. So he had to play knight e4, but after bishop e4, fe, take, queen takes, hg, he just lost a pawn. And then the knight came in and he just lost. Wow, that was an epic win for Shakhriyar Mamedyarov. Round 4 will start very soon. It's Gukesh versus Wesley So, and we are ready for it. Guys, last 37 minutes for 17% off on all softwares on ChessBase India for Gukesh's 17th birthday. Please check it out. The link is in the description. You can get yourself Gukesh's Attack Like a Super GM, ChessBase 17, Mega Database, Opening Encyclopedia, Fritz 18, whatever you like, Power Fritz 18. Okay, Magnus lost all his rating points gained from Superbet in 2 games, Zwelop says. That's how brutal it is. But I think he'll make it up. It's over the board. Chandan Nagar says 100% on our buck. Abdusattorov beating Caruana. Guys, here's a trivia question. Who is Gukesh here with? Who is his second? Any ideas? 3 minute break. Yes, he's with Gajewski. And yeah, his dad also Gajewski. And the thing is, yes, Himank says already revealed on our social media. Of course, everything is there on Chessbase India's Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. But for all those who are unaware, Gajewski has been Anand's long time second, and now he's helping. By the way, here Lee Chess has written, "We apologize for the disruption to the Norway Chess broadcast. As in previous years, access to the facts of the games, moves and clock times has been sold by the organizers to a third party and is not available to Lee Chess. We are doing our best to still provide move and clock states despite this." Oh, nice. Thank you. Yeah. So generally, in chess, in order to build up a team, it takes a lot of effort and energy from a player. And also to build a second, like let's say Peter Heine Nielsen or Rustam Kazimjanov or Gajewski. These are all great players, and Anand has actually nurtured a lot of them because he has worked with them, Surya Ganguly being one of them, and so on. And now that Vishy is not playing actively, he is actually under Westbridge Anand Chess Academy, Waka. He has Gajewski working with these youngsters, and then he has given Gukesh a full-time second for this match, and this is something huge, I would say. I don't know what would be the cost of a player like Gajewski to be a second in such a tournament, but I would say it could be very, very high, and it becomes very difficult to actually to afford this for any player in general who doesn't have a full-time sponsor. So to do this under Westbridge Anand Chess Academy, and it's a huge thing for Gukesh, I would say. Rakshit says, saw VD versus Swidler poster on Chessbase India socials. What's that about? No, Gukesh has not left Vishnu. Gukesh works with Vishnu, but I think for more intensive work during tournaments, he is working with Gajewski. There's a match that's going to happen between Vidit and Swidler from 1st of June in Nagpur, and also Raunak Sadhwani versus Nigel Short. And for all those who are in Maharashtra around Nagpur, please do check it out. It's going to be an epic match. There's also a tournament, Maharashtra Chess Festival, that is happening. It's a GM tournament. Below 2000 is there, and below 1600 is also there. So it will be a good chance for you to play and also witness this high quality matchup. Aditya Narayan Mohanty says, Sagar, why do you have next deathmatch plans? Yes, we have. We also have like very serious ideas. We have written to some very top players, and I think we very soon, if something works out, we will announce it. I'm very excited for it if it works out. But this year we will do a death match for sure. कुछ भी हो जाए, चाहे death आ जाए, पर death match करके रहेंगे. We'll do a death match. Dubai Open, what happened today? Anda Burger says, surprised that Gukesh doesn't have a sponsor yet. Yeah, I believe he'll get a good sponsor soon. Who do you think will win this tournament? You mean Classical or Blitz? I think Blitz, it feels like right now, based on the standings, Mamediaro looks very strong contender, but also Hikaru, when he's playing, I mean, he's always the favorite in Blitz. Oh, by the way, game started. So, knight f3, knight f6, c4, e6, knight c3, d5, queen's gambit declined, e3, Bishop d6 played. Bishop b2, castles. Wow, knight c6, that's something new. Generally you put your pawn up to c5. Now d4, suddenly the knight on c6 does feel a bit awkward. But I don't think it's such a bad idea, because after take, can we not go just e5? That seems like possible. Oh, that did happen. Takes bishop e2. But I like black's position now after take. Okay, after e5, bishop e2, Gukesh goes into a deep think. He hasn't played his move yet. What if d5 now, says Vivan? Vivan, I think if d5, you can just, instead of bishop e2, if you play d5, I believe you can go back knight e7. Looks good. Or you can also think about e4 as a move. Then knight e5 comes. But maybe then there's knight g5. So you have to be careful. He took. Oh, he took with the pawn. Maybe you could have gone knight e5. Possible. But he went takes. And now e takes d4 looks very good. Very possible to play d4. It's going to be hanging pawns here in the center. d4 and c4 versus very solid position. Rook e8 played. I think no, rook is already on e8. Okay. I like here black's position, because black can go bishop f5. Exactly. What is the problem? Actually, no, it's fine. It's fine. This is dance. Just unnecessary dance. So he goes after bishop f5 with the maybe the idea of exchanging a few pieces with knight e4. Bishop f3, c6, stopping the bishop. Queen b3, attacking the b7 pawn. And now Gukesh has to decide how should he continue. He can go queen e7 here, defending b7. I think he can also go queen c7, attacking h2. That looks like a great move as well. And Gukesh has 1 minute 40 seconds. His opponent has 1 minute 48 seconds. Oh, he goes knight to g4. And look at Gukesh's idea. He wants to take on h2. And if you play a move like h3, he wants to play what? Guys, very quickly, in the chat, black to play. What's the winning move here? Knight g4. Brilliant move by Gukesh. What is the move here? Yes, Pushkar Dere, Mohammad Shoaib. Very good. Knight h2, attacking f1 and f3 and then taking it. That would be better. So that's the reason why he might not go there. He goes g3. But now Gukesh can actually go queen g5 to h5 and attack. No, he goes h5. H-pawn push by Gukesh is typical attacking motif. He wants to go h4. Rook e1, just take the rook. Take the rook. He's actually happy to give up this b7 pawn. He doesn't care. He's like, I can go rook b8 and win your bishop. So you cannot take it. But after rook e1, Gukesh has to decide whether he wants to defend his b7 pawn with queen c7 or something of that sort. It's getting very, very interesting now. Gukesh has 1 minute 28 seconds. What did he play? Queen d7. Knight e4. Bishop goes back to h8 or f8. Well, I like Black's position for sure in a blitz game, but Wesley is very strong. Oh, he goes rook to e2. But now I can just simply push the pawn. It seems very much possible. He goes rook a d8. Okay. Gukesh just centralizing all his pieces. I think this one is definitely going in his favor. No, b5. Fighting for the d5 square here. This square. I think it was a little too ambitious here. Maybe he could have taken on e4, but b5 play. So take, and then he played the move h3. Knight went back. Now knight to c5. The point is, if you take here on dc5, then dc5, rook e2, rook, bishop e2, bishop h3, and it's better for white because of the bishop pair, b5 weakness, and so on. So after knight c5, he took on e2. And now c6. Oh, Gukesh blunders. Maybe c7 is what he has missed. It feels like it. So rook e2, bishop h3, c6. Queen c3, f6 played. And now c7 could be an idea. No, he goes rook e7. Maybe it's winning after rook d3, I guess. Attacking f3 and c3. But he goes knight g4, c7, rook c8, bishop takes g4, h takes g4. And now just imagine if the queen can get to f3, it's game over. But he goes queen f7. And now the threat is to take on g7. But he gives a check, comes back on h7, rook e8 is game over. Gukesh loses a very keenly contested game because if take, queen back, check, and then queens and winning the game. So Gukesh losing another game here, and Wesley So playing really well to score a full point. By the way, in this game, there is Magnus Carlsen versus Nadirbek Abdusattorov. Anish Giri also is playing Alireza Firuza. And Anish is slightly worse. Guys, 1 second, give me a second. Take on d5, Alireza. No. Oh, Alireza won. Crazy, man. Look at Alireza's game. Okay. He plays b4 against Anish and beats him. No one is crazier than Alireza, yeah? Stabilize the position. Oof. Nice. Oh, Carlsen won. Alireza 2908. Wow. That's his live rating. Okay, guys, these are the standings. Magnus Carlsen now moves to 1.5, but Mamed Yaro on 3.5, Wesley So on 3, Firuza 2.5, Hikaru 2, Anish Giri on 2. I'm getting some water, guys. Rakshit says Gukesh missed an opportunity on move 16. Let's have a look at it. What was the opportunity for Gukesh against Wesley So? Revenge knight g4, g3. Yeah, maybe queen g5 here, but he went h5, rook e1. This all looked normal. I think b5 was maybe not needed, but okay. Knight c5, bishop. Instead of bishop c5, just rook e2, and move the queen away. Was fine, but he played takes, bishop h3. Here was his chance. Actually, Gukesh missed a big chance here. Guys, what is the winning move here for black to play? Yes, Clara Alonso, very good. Jash Parik, very good. Rakshit, very good. Edgar, not really. Swatika's eating channel. Sai Charan, Gandhar. Just rook d3 wins. Because then you are winning this and mating here. Actually, rook e8 check. Where would you play your king? Here or here? Another question to you. It's Gukesh versus Alireza Firuza next round. That is going to be an epic clash. Where do you play your... If you play here, you are winning. If you play here, you blunder. Why? White to play. What is the winning move? All those who say bishop e4, that is a bad move. Because after bishop e4, I will play rook d1, king h2, and now a very solid move, knight g4 check. King has to take, and now knight takes f2 double check. And you have to move the king wherever you go. I'm taking this and winning the game. So the move here is Gandhar, you are right. Chandan Nagar, Archana Ram Teke, very good. The move here was queen takes d3 first, take, and now bishop e4, winning the game. So very important move, but he went knight g4, c7, Bishop g4 takes, queen b3. And yeah, lost. Yeah, Gukesh has missed chances for sure. But also against Magnus he won. It's amazing how Gukesh has lost to Aryan Tari, Caruana and Wesley So but beaten Magnus. Okay. Has the next game begun? It should start pretty soon. Gukesh versus Ali Reza. This is a brilliant tournament, by the way, guys, and the classical segment is going to be even more exciting. It starts tomorrow at 8:30. Dubai Open is not as strong as Sharjah Masters, I thought. Sharjah had Gukesh, Vidit, Prag, Nihal, everyone. Arjun, of course. Here there is Arjun only in the top Indian players out of these 5. Lakshit says IPL update, game to resume at 12:10 IST, match reduced to 15 hours. Duckworth, Lewis and all will come now. Let's also look at a couple of games till it's going on. Hikaru lost to Fabiano. Wow. And that too, I think in the final position on time, he lost. Because position was not so bad. He lost this rook endgame. Wow. This is drawish in nature. Rook e2 is an important move. But he went here and now this came over. A1 queen coming in. Guys, where is the next game not starting? Manmeet says COB कब करवा रहे हो sir? Very soon, Manmeet ji. I think it was going to happen in May end. May beginning or May end, but then they didn't want to clash it with IPL, so it's happening in July. Most likely, huh? Not sure. CSK has to score 171 to win in 15 overs. Okay. Game starting now, says SPT. Thank you, SPT, for the update. Let's have this game. Oh, look at what has happened here. Guys, Gukesh starts with d4. Ali Reza plays d5. Knight f3, he goes bishop f5. And to c4, he plays e6. Knight c3, he plays knight c6. Gukesh just develops his bishop to f4. And now Ali Reza can play bishop d6. I think bishop f4, very pragmatic move. Knight b4 can be simply met with rook c1 now. So very pragmatic chess by Gukesh, not going for any flashy moves. He says that I am doing well. Knight f6, e3, bishop e7. It's an inferior opening played by Alireza to provoke Gukesh in getting ambitious and then trying to beat him. And at the top level here, these players know exactly what are the weaknesses of their opponents, and it could be that Alireza is trying to lure Gukesh into a position where he overextends. F file is almost full. Yeah. If someone castles, if black castles, then it's full. Bishop e7. Okay, Gukesh, come on. Bishop e2 seems like a normal move. Yeah, he plays bishop e2. Knight h5 attacks the bishop. Bishop goes to e5. And guys, remember that after takes, a move like d takes e5 is quite strong, because the knight can no longer come back to f6. And then my idea is h3 and g4. So he goes castles. Then you also castle. D takes c4. Bishop takes knight e5. de. And now Gukesh is saying that, look, your knight is misplaced here. It has nowhere back to go to. Also, I'm threatening h3 and g4. So it seems like Gukesh has a good position here. But Alireza goes g5. Wow. I would now love my queen to be there. How about knight d4? Knight d4 looks very interesting, because then I'm attacking h5 and also the bishop on f5. Alireza generally plays bad openings, that's true. Oh, he goes knight d4, he finds it. Bishop g6, queen b3. Gukesh is like, I'm not even looking at the king's side right now, because your knight can go back to g7. I'm going to create more play. c5. Now, should we take here? Take, king h8. It's possible to play this position. Rook d1 coming in. Oh, he did take on e6. No, he's still thinking. Gukesh is thinking whether to take on e6 or not. It's a big question to him. This is rated, guys. I think Gukesh is calculating knight e6, but then if he doesn't play it, then he might lose his confidence here. He must take on e6. Perhaps it's the only way, I guess, to get a decent position. Also knight f3 possible, but he goes knight e2, queen c7, f4. So knight e4. Queen c6, okay. Yes, Narendra Khandekar, it's for sure that classical chess will have weightage for the FIDE qualifier spot for the candidates. Now bishop takes e4 is a threat, and you win a piece. So he goes back to f2. Now I don't really like the move knight f2 because it's a bit passive, and also h5, h4 looks strong. But Gukesh might have an idea here. Knight f5, he takes, bishop takes. And black seems to be doing fine. Rook g8, g3 played. And now Firouzja has 46 seconds, Gukesh has 16 seconds. Rooks have been traded, 45 seconds for Firouzja. He goes rook d8. Can Gukesh just simply take on d8? Then black would have the bishop pair. What? Rook d7 might not be the right move. Yeah, he takes, sorry. Bishop takes, queen c3. Just defending the pawn here on a5. But then this pawn is a weakness. What if I go queen c7? How do you defend against queen takes a5? Not sure. Actually, queen c7 looks like an interesting move. After queen c3, the next move is very, very critical. What should black play? Okay, queen c3, he goes queen a4, g4, bishop a5, queen c1, plays bishop c2, f5 would be a good move, but he goes bishop f1, bishop d8, f5 played, e takes f5, queen h6, threatening mate in 1 on f8, queen e8, queen d2, bishop b1, queen d1, bishop a2, gf, bishop c7, e6, takes b3, threatening queen a1. What chess. Amazing. Bishop g2, ef. Oh my god, white is now down lot of pawns, but he has an extra piece, and I don't think he should be losing here. Gukesh seems to be doing very well, bringing up his king to the board. It seems like white should not be worse, but also an endgame can be very dangerous with these pawns. So he goes knight e4, takes, king c6. It's at least a draw for black, I think. But on the other hand, it's not at all easy, and I think should be losing for black. For white, sorry. For white. Now this rook pawn can be stopped by the king, but this rook pawn on the other side cannot be stopped by the knight. It is rightly said that rook pawns are the worst enemies of the knight. Oh, Gukesh seems to have gotten a drawing chance. After this, oh, Gukesh loses. He was close to a draw here, I think. I guess there was a small hope here. Anish drew with Hikaru. Okay. Abdustarov beat Aryantari and Caruana versus Magnus. Magnus won. Okay, guys, next game is about to begin soon. But before that, let's have a look at the standings of that event. Firuja moving up. Mamediaro on 4. Wesley So 3.5. Hikaru 2.5. Magnus also moves up to 2.5. Anish and Abdusataro on 2.5. Caruana 2. Gukesh and Aryantari on 1 point. Okay, so the next round is about to begin. And Gukesh will take on. Oh, it's Hikaru versus Magnus and Gukesh versus. It's Hikaru versus Magnus and Gukesh versus Giri. What a round this is going to be. Well, Blitz has not been Gukesh's strong suit, but he has been working hard on it. So he would definitely not be happy with his performance until now, because right now he is at the last position, second last position. But still, if you think about it, he can beat a couple of big guns here, like Anish, Hikaru, and so there's everything to play for. There are 4 more rounds to go. This is the 6th round. It's going to be very, very interesting. This is a classical tournament, Revanth. So basically, they prefer players about 2700. Nihal is coming close to it, but has not broken into 2700. Gukesh did have winning positions in 2 games. Yes, he had several chances. Oh, yes, in the last game against Firuza, actually, there was a very nice chance. Maybe if we have a couple of minutes, we can try and check where was that winning chance that Gukesh missed. So, here, I mean, he got into trouble at some point. Queen c2 was important, but he goes bishop c2. And this was the point where he had to find the winning move. Can you find it? What is the winning move here? White to play. Rakshit says b3, but b3 just bishop takes b3 should not be enough. Here was a very, very nice move actually. It's a very tough one to spot, but the move is f5. And the idea is to get your queen here and checkmate him. That is the point. And would have been very strong, because now the queen goes back, I can take your bishop, otherwise it's just lost. So he went bishop f1, and then I think Firuza was fine. He was holding, I mean, I think he was doing pretty okay. Guys, you know, one of the things which we should understand here, I mean, all of you are asking why isn't Arjun invited. By the way, here, was there a draw? Takes h5. This is a beautiful, I think there is a beautiful move here which draws. And I want you to understand this theme. So the thing is, you need to stop the pawn from coming to h2. Like, for example, if you get knight b3, knight f2, that's not good enough to stop the pawn on h2, because then the king comes and attacks, and it's not enough. So a very good idea was knight b3, h4, and now knight d2. The idea is to come to f1, and once the pawn is stopped on h3, stopping it from coming here, it is a draw. You can do whatever you want. I can bring my king, you come here. Now I will go knight h2, you come to g2, I'll go to g4. If you go to g3, I'll go here, threatening a check. It's like they keep going in circles. And yeah, this is a draw. Yeah, Gukesh just played this move king b4, which was a mistake, and then it's lost. Yeah, Gukesh could have found this, but yeah, he did not. Sumit says, thank you so much for reminding. I had studied long back. Yeah, many times, you know, we forget endgames. We have to keep refreshing endgames for sure. It is not easy to have only learned endgames once. You have to also keep refreshing that in your memory. Yes, MVP Stroud, that's true. King b4 was not so good. Hikaru versus Magnus, and now we have Gukesh versus Anish Giri. So the game starts off with e4 c5, and Gukesh plays Taimanov, which is Anish's, I think, one of the favorite weapons with the white pieces to play against Taimanov. b5, f4, knight g4, bd2. b4 seems like preparation, h5, bishop d3, bishop b7. Okay. Now e4 pawn is under pressure. I think h3 would be a very interesting move here. Where he finds it. He plays h3. Anish Giri in super sharp form. Knight h6. How is Anish going to save his pawn on e4 now? Because that's a pawn attack. Maybe he has to go rook h e1. He goes queen e1, defending e4, good move. And coming out of all threats like h4 or knight f5, attacking the queen so that e5 becomes possible. But after queen e1, black is still thinking about what to do. Okay, he pushes his pawn to h4 and he's like, take this pawn. If you take it, I can take on e4. I think that's his plan. So rook f1 played, very good play by white. Some ideas like f5 or e5 followed by f5 could be very, very dangerous, but instead he goes after bishop e7, g4. Wow. And Gukesh takes en passant, queen takes, and now just knight e4 seems like a free pawn. The main point here is that you are afraid that queen takes g7 could be very strong. But I believe that is not the case because of bishop f6, getting the bishop on a good diagonal. So he did take, they did take, and I think this did happen. And now Gukesh is just completely winning. Anish Giri in big trouble here. Rook g8 attacks the queen. Where should the queen go to? Anish in big trouble. He goes queen e3, knight g, rook g3 played. Wow, knight to f3. And now can you take on d2 and open up the bishop? But then he'll play rook takes d2. So can we go knight f5 here to attack the queen even further? So knight f3. Abhay Sehrawat, queen a5, the knight is not trapped because there's always b3 to defend the knight, and then the knight can go from b2. So knight f5 hits the queen. Now the queen must move. Queen e1. Queen e1, threatening what? Bishop takes e4. Could be an idea. Oh, he took on f3, knight d2, rook d2, and now bishop f3. Oh, he took on f5. What? Bishop c3? What a move by Gukesh. What a move. What a move. Take. I think bishop c3 has come as a big shock to Anish Giri. He has 1 minute 12 seconds to recover. But what a move by Gukesh. Brilliant. So b takes bishop c3. And now white is thinking. Anish Giri in big trouble here. Gukesh clearly better. He's, if you count the pieces, he's 21 seconds left for Anish. Suddenly, this move has come out of nowhere and has put him under grave difficulties. What did Anish do? He played bishop d3, queen f4. Yeah, and wow, Gukesh beats Anish Giri. What a win after 4 consecutive losses. He has made a comeback. Let's go to Hikaru versus Magnus. Seems like the game might end in a draw, or you never know whose pieces are better because knight cannot come out and bishop is blocked by her own pawns. Ooh, Magnus Carlsen beats Hikaru Nakamura. Wow. amazing. I think the game was heading towards a draw at some point, but Hikaru blundered and then Magnus came on top here. He used his pawns and managed to beat him. So Magnus Carlsen does beat Hikaru and Gukesh did beat Anish Giri. So that was great round here. If you see here, I think G4 was pretty bad by Anish. He was having a good position, but then he gave up this pawn and rook G8, queen E3, rook G3, very strong. And then take, bishop F3, bishop C3, another brilliant move, and he won. So this was very cool. Okay, so right now let's have a look at the standings. Ooh, Firouzja has moved up because Firouzja beat Mamedyarov. Wesley 3.5, Magnus 3.5, Norderbeck 3.5, Caruana 3, Nakamura 2.5, Anish 2.5, and Gukesh is on 2. 3 more rounds. Okay guys, let's look at the game of Hikaru versus Magnus to see what happened there. So here, king here, b5 check, takes, rook here, take on f2, check. I mean, Magnus, the position was equal. But Magnus was pushing for sure because he has this pawns which are looking very, very dangerous. And you can't take here because of e2. So he went rook h2, takes, king f3, takes. And now this was the key mistake. This was a mistake because of rook a1. It's very difficult to understand why, but this is hanging. Zugzwang, yeah. If I go rook g3, there is king f3 with the idea of e2. So there is no good move. Went here, bishop g3. He missed this. Even e2 was winning, take. Nice. Okay. No, I'm Hello, Niklesh. Should I come, Sagar bhai? 1 second. I think I'm fine for this round, but if I get sleepy, Niklesh, I'll send you the link. Thank you for your willingness to come and commentate. But I'll just finish this one and then Gukesh versus Hikaru. Okay, anyway, let's get Niklesh on board so that we can see Gukesh versus Hikaru along with him. I think it'll be good fun. Join, copy. Hello, Niklesh. कैसे हो? I think your mic is not working. Gukesh, Niklesh, are you still in UAE time zone? तो अभी तो वहाँ पे थोड़ा 1.5 घंटे पीछे. Okay, 1 second. Let's see. Oh, game has started? No, not yet. किंग पॉन से सागर भाई आप कुछ बोलने वाले थे अनीश गुकेश की गेम से पहले. आई डोंट रिमेंबर एग्जैक्टली, बट आई थिंक in general, yeah, I was saying that it's very difficult for all Indian players to get invitations to these super tournaments, and so it becomes important to have certain super tournaments in India itself where all of them get opportunities to play. Or the ones who are not getting opportunities also get to play. That is an important thing that should be done.
हाँ भाई, आवाज आ रहा है मेरा अभी?
हाँ, yes, working.
मुझे लग रहा है कि एक तो मुझे स्ट्रीम बंद करना होगा यूट्यूब, मुझे डबल आवाज आ रहा है. हाँ, अभी ठीक है. ओके. हाँ सागर भाई.
Yes,
यस
Niklesh,
यस
it
यस
is
यस, ऑल वेल
Gukesh
नाउ.
versus Hikaru.
हाँ, आई कैन सी नाउ इन स्क्रीन. ओके, आई कैन पिन यू. हाँ, यस. सो गुकेश बीट only Magnus Carlsen
And Anish Giri. He actually played a very good game to beat Anish actually. I mean, Anish was doing well, but here he played this amazing move, I think, which Anish had missed. Take,
lot
and
of
now
night spots.
this move here. Bishop c3.
Ah. And now suddenly that rook becomes so dangerous, rook and queen combination.
Yes, and now this is a big problem and you win material. So Anish resigned.
So right now Gukesh on 2 points or how many points?
2 points, yes.
So this is the same, na Sagar bhai? Like whoever the standing of Blitz will decide the seeding for the classical.
Yes.
It's like that.
Yes. So by the way, Gukesh and Hikaru Bogo Indian played a3, bishop e7, e4, d6, very solid line. Bishop e2, knight c6.
Knight c6, castle.
And white has space. Black is just trying to fight back. Good move by Gukesh. He wants to put his knight on
Knight on
d3.
d3, and then maybe sometime f4, maybe.
Yes, perhaps
To
f4 or b4. So knight
would-
e8. Knight d3,
okay.
bishop f6. Stopping
Alright.
f4.
So maybe you have to play queen c2, rook b1, something. Okay, what he did?
g3, and he was
This game is
trying
going
for
so-
f4, but
f4.
now bishop
Yeah,
h3.
this is. So now maybe bishop f1, bishop g2. One moment, no.
Or Gukesh. Oh, he was
Bishop g4.
g4.
Bishop g4 is better. Is better. Okay.
Maybe it's still an interesting position.
Maybe now rook b1 or no, even direct f4 is possible in future. No, or you want to put rook f1 back.
Yeah, we can
Interesting.
play f4 break, but also the thing is why to open up
Okay,
his
come back.
bishop, which is not a good piece. We can just play calmly, like how he's doing. Bishop c3.
Now Gukesh is trying maybe b4 or something.
Yeah, he's playing there, and he's saying to black that your bishop is not good.
F5.
played by Hikaru. It's very difficult to beat Hikaru in such positions because he's always finding counterplay.
The point is f4 is not only the opening the bishop, but at the same time you're gaining space for you also. But now Hikaru want to try to do something.
Yes, he
Take
won't
his
play
space from
f4. I
queen
think
side,
if you
F4,
play
yeah.
f4, then after g4, white
G4
should be
is-
better.
Maybe h5, h4, no?
Yeah, h5, h4 looks like an interesting plan. He goes knight
He
f6
bring knight f6
and b4, played by Gukesh. I like
Sagar,
Gukesh's position.
Yes, I think 2-3 moves after this position is going to be open somehow. I think already a file is open. Okay,
Maybe
maybe c5. Either you have to exchange or either Gukesh will exchange. So b5 is also going to activate soon.
Yeah, if you play b5, just closes the position. So I'm sure Gukesh is thinking about taking, but he didn't like that in the end. After take, there would be a check. So he moves his king to h1, h5.
Yes. And now,
I think Gukesh wants to take somewhere.
and yes, and then you can replace your rook on another b file also. Then you have b5 square. Maybe some moment.
2 minutes
Sagar.
for Gukesh. He takes on c5. Now knight takes, queen takes happens, and perhaps rook a b1 with
A B1.
the idea of bishop b4 could be possible, but then your opponent has the a file, so it's not so easy to decide which rook to play and where.
So the Sagar way, in the end, we need to take care of the e4 exchange also, and suddenly f file will open.
Yes.
That is also going to be, because if we capture by e4 or something, g4 square could be weak.
So I
Need to be
think if you
careful.
take here, Gukesh cannot take back here because of
Yes,
knight
it will be
g4.
knight g4.
So he might take with the knight, and then
Knight.
it would be fine.
But then that
this
bishop
happened.
can be activated from bishop h6, no?
Yeah, that
Yeah, he
they
came
may
here.
happen. By the way, rook b5 played.
Both are playing active.
Now Hikaru has 1 minute 18 seconds. Gukesh has 1 minute 22 seconds. Very exciting.
But Hikaru, even 22 seconds is fine.
Yeah, he's very good at blitz, but still, I think Gukesh has managed to get a very, very decent position against him.
Yes, I think. The next move, another rook will shift to the b file. Let's see what will happen.
Queen c7 maybe is what I think he'll do, but he's not making his move.
43 seconds. Now Gukesh have extra 42 seconds.
Yeah, but I don't know if the clock is accurate. Often some moves happen and then the clock is changed.
Yes. Oh,
He played queen c8,
And sudden Gukesh section on f5, queen f5, rook b7, bishop h3. He activated from there,
What?
and Gukesh also playing. So what? This is
F4?
the idea. Queen
If
e6 or
you
something.
take here, I believe he wants to play queen e6.
Okay, an exchange. Okay, he want to replace the pawn or rook. Then f6 in trouble.
Possible.
Something.
So he played what Hikaru did after f4, h4.
H4.
I think the white king is getting under pressure.
Yes. Even this is H4 ideas. I think every three Karu game you will find in one game H4, H5 or A4, A5 is there.
Yeah. But Niklesh, what do you do now as Gukesh? Your opponent is putting so much pressure on you. He goes rook
He
d2.
exchanged that rook back.
But he has only 10 seconds.
Okay. I think maybe knight E4 you have to go for some exchanges to find out.
But first,
No.
should black take on b2 or not? Yes, he takes.
Yeah, B2. Yes. Now maybe FE5 is also possible. No, but he took first. Okay, so now Queen S3 is coming.
No, queen h3, there is queen h2. So that for the time
That
being
is okay.
looks okay.
Okay.
And if you play ef4, at the very least, I can go queen e6 and trade
Queen
queens.
E6 exchange and yes. Okay, he bring the knight. Okay.
So Hikaru is not going to trade the queens. He goes here. By the way, you can play queen e4, knight g3, but
and then knight g3 and
he does
he played. So we are entering in one end game. Hikaru is pawn up.
Yeah.
Right.
Bishop f4.
C5 is coming immediately. If you take bishop f4, c5 is coming.
Maybe c5 is a good move.
Yeah, he played c5. Yes.
Wow. With this,
so now
I think Gukesh...
you can enter and in good rook end game. Maybe draw is rook end game. Because even bishop e5, rook e8 was not working because of king f3. Okay, he allows c6. Why?
c6. Because then maybe c6.
Or maybe he allowed to take. Why? I think this is good for Gukesh. Why he creates chances for Gukesh?
Now Gukesh has real chances.
Yes.
King coming
now
up.
bringing his rook, king. What happened?
What?
Bishop e5 or pawn e6.
Bishop e5, pawn d6, maybe.
Pawn d6.
Maybe. King d3 comes
No,
back.
I think maybe that was possible, Sagar.
Yeah, it was. But now rook c5 and rook d5. Perhaps.
I think now you lost control.
This is
okay, now you have to play for draw. But I think bishop e5 was coming, something like that. Okay, I think draw should be manageable, but it's not so easy.
Well, I think both are playing for a win here. Because in Blitz, to defend with rook versus rook bishop may not be easy.
So this is which number round, Sagar bhai? Which round?
7th round.
7. So 2 more rounds are remaining. Okay.
King.
I think draw is Gukesh will do draw. I think special. But seconds in second playing in seconds. Okay, now at least one pawn is recovered, so it's a draw almost. Anyway, he will lose that pawn. Okay, he want to control the d file, so your pawn will never reach to d4. So okay.
Yeah, and now rook d4, and then you're losing the d5 pawn. Oh, okay. Hikaru goes here. Now you can just take. Yeah, that's a draw.
This is a draw only. This is the draw only. But we will go back, Sagar, by that if bishop e5 was possible, we can check.
Yeah, there was, I think, a real chance for Gukesh to win after Hikaru played that move rook c8.
Now he allows c6. Now he should. If he takes c5 simply, then nothing is there. He's pawn up in rook endgame. But
okay, draw. They drew.
So game draw.
Just to check if the Magnus lost to Aryantari. Wow, that's a big result.
What?
But okay, c5, rook c8, c6, rook a8, rook b4, bishop back. And here actually c7 is game over. There is no... Gukesh would have won. Oh my god.
C7 finished. Nothing is there.
Yeah, he went here.
Even
King f3.
even here C7 was there or what? No. Yes.
C7, bishop C7,
But the
maybe.
problem is okay, rook a5 and then you will lose the d5 pawn. So okay, so there is no meaning. Huh? Same end game.
So
Okay.
he went king
So-
f3.
And what about bishop e5 is there or no? That point.
Yeah, maybe we can check here. King c4, check.
And this is
Yeah.
draw.
No, I don't think there was bishop e5 here. Because king f8, bishop e5, de, d6.
Okay, it's not there.
Rook c8
It's equal only.
somehow holds. Because after c7, there is bishop
Bishop
takes.
remove. Bishop takes, okay.
And then king here.
And then you bring the king, take e5 for one pawn endgame on. One pawn up. So what was the winning move there? What about rook d7 or something there? No.
Where here? Yeah, rook
No,
d7 is good. There's also bishop c1 with the idea of getting the bishop here or here.
But it's not possible to find in 1 or 2 seconds.
Correct.
This is not possible.
So going back to the standings of the tournament, I think Ali Reza is running away with it. He is on 5 points. And Ali Reza is showing why he's one of the best blitz players in the world. Mamediarov 4.5, Wesley So 4, Nodirbek 4, Carlsen 3.5, Caruana 3.5, Nakamura 3, Anish Giri.
And Abdul Sattarov is also a good blitz player.
Yes.
But Sagar bhai, what do you think about Gukesh? I saw him, he beat sometimes in blitz so much super strong players. Means I think still he is organizing himself in his blitz in this smaller time formats.
Correct. I think Gukesh is very good at shorter formats now. He's improving. He was very good at classical chess. But I think he sometimes, when he gives it a lot of importance, he can play well. But then right now, I think his focus has been on classical chess in this tournament. So, and also this Blitz event is not specially for the Blitz. You know, it's just a qualifier or how many whites you get. So that's the reason why
Yes.
maybe he's not that focused on the results.
But the good thing is he's getting chance in all the top classical tournament. He played Tata Steel. Now
Yes.
he's playing Norway Chess. He played Tepe Sigmund. So this is very good, I think, for him.
True.
I think somehow apart from rating, these things also be considered by all the organizers that he's the gold medalist in the board number 1 in Olympiad.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Okay, so next match is started.
No, this is Magnus. How did he lose to Aryan Tari? I wanted to see. This was a mistake by Magnus. Because now after...
Magnus must be saying in joking mode, क्या भाई मैंने तेरे को पढ़ाया मेरे को हरा रहा है.
You know, and also Magnus was clearly winning here. Queen b5. He could have just pawn up and complete control. But he got greedy. If now bishop takes, then queen d4 check, picking up this bishop. So he went c4.
Queen d3 and then still position was interesting. 3 pawns in b file. Huh? b6. This looks like winning. Knight. Maybe some big blunder came somewhere.
Yeah, maybe not.
Queen entered here. Okay. He allowed this bishop to enter in the game.
Yeah, I think knight e4 turned out to be a big mistake because it allowed check.
Simply game over.
And it's a mate. King e1, queen e2.
Amazing. So Sagar bhai, camp is going to start soon, huh?
Yes.
in 12 days. No,
12
13 days.
days there is
13
going
days.
to be a chess base India camp in Bhopal, and Niklesh, what are the dates of it?
13 to 17 is the camp, and then 18 will be the tournament Khelo Chess India Rapid. Third
Oh,
tournament.
okay.
Just yesterday we completed the Youth Cup. So we created one setup for every month. There will be one Youth Cup for under 12 kids. Then there will be one Blitz. That Blitz is coming on 11th with the prize fund and also trophies. Blitz, and then after 11th camp from 13 to 17, and then for 5 days. And sixth day camp rapid tournament. So this will be the setup for every month to boost the chess in MP and Bhopal.
Wow, this is amazing. I mean, it's a great time to be in Bhopal, especially because Niklesh, you are working so hard to boost the chess over there. I think I can just show people a few pictures of what can they expect at this camp.
Uh,
I
y-
have
y-
some.
okay.
Uh, it is 13th to 18th, right?
Yes, 13 to 18. Means 18th will be the tournament, rapid tournament, Khelo Chess India, where all the participant of the camp will get the entry.
Aha, okay. That's a great thing because they can learn and then just go and apply it in the tournament itself. So here is what the schedule looks like, and if you are in MP, or if you are in India and you want to improve your chess, this could be an idea. Art of analysis, when to exchange, when not to exchange, pawn breaks and pawn sacrifice, major rook endgames, learn from chess classics and Khelo Chess